Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at the Season 4 rewards. These are posted on Bethesda's website, so you can check them out yourself. There are a couple of disappointing things I've read on Reddit already. A couple of them, the one that jumps out at me, of course, is the power armor displays have been pulled from the seasons. I've read the speculation around that is they're not ready yet, so I guess that's okay as long as they're still working on it. It's too bad and very unfortunate that they haven't included it, or maybe if they had it at the end. I mean, it's still going to take people to get there. They've got some time to work on it, right? And then the second thing that jumps out at me is it looks like, hopefully an oversight, looks like they pulled the 500 atoms we get at the end. And again, the speculation here is that after you finish the season, we're going to get atoms. And then there was another comment about it might not be after season 4, it'll be after season 5. So it really doesn't explain why they pulled that 500 atoms. Let's hope it's an oversight and a mistake, and we'll still get it. It'll be just really disappointing that, to me at least, that, they pulled those 500 atoms. It's just becoming worse and worse. If that's the case, and just Bethesda's getting cheaper and cheaper, right? So it's getting to a point, if they've done that, you really kind of have to wonder whether it's worth continuing, right? But let's hope that's mistakes. But anyway, let's get into the rewards. Let's take a look. There's definitely some neat rewards. I'm particularly interested in camp items. I know a lot of people are interested in the skins. They don't really care about camp items. So it's really up to what you like. Anyway, so the first one we have is the Cold Ace icon, so very easy, no big deal. We've got a Vault package, we've seen that before, carry weight booster. So this is kind of nice, I guess, for those that need that, so you don't have to make, I guess, the ant logger. But, I sometimes will use that, so I mean, that's kind of okay, I guess. Then we have a beehive, which is kind of cool. And that's at level 4, so we'll get that quite quickly. So that's kind of a neat reward, and getting it early on in the run. They tend to give us some sort of at least one cool reward in the beginning. So that's one of the camp items if you're into that. We get a platinum flare here for your backpacks, for those running around in backpacks. Nuka Shine ×3. I've never really used it myself, so don't really care about that too much, but some of you guys put it into your punch bowls and have a lot of fun with that. Thick tree calendar. I think this is kind of cool. This will probably make quite interesting camp builds for some people, especially if you're running those modern houses and stuff. I think that's kind of cool. 3 tadpole badges, and then 150 atoms at the end of that first 10 levels. Okay, getting to level 20 or 11 to 20 of 1,000 caps. I wish they would give us 1,000 atoms instead of 1,000 caps. I mean, caps are so easy to make in the game, right? Okay, then we have a lever action paint. So some of those guys will be interested in that. Although it doesn't look like anything that interesting, but I'm not a gun person, so I can't really comment. Vault package for junk. Okay, Master Shows icon, perk pack. So it's nothing really exciting at all, right? So it's just, some of these rewards are just, in my opinion, disappointing. They could come up with some really cool rewards, I think, right? Especially the fact that they've removed a lot of atoms. I think they should come up with better rewards here, but anyway, they're still not terrible. So Vault Checkered Floor. Did we recently get that? I thought we got a similar one there, right? Lunchboxes ×3. The Yukon Power Paint for the T45. Scrap Kits ×3. And another 950 atoms. Okay, 21 to 30. You get 250 script. A backpack flare. Some fireworks. 12 fireworks. Which is typically one of the rewards in every season. The perfectly preserved pie. I guess we'll all have it now, or most of us. At least they kept the mannequin set in here. I think so a lot of you armor guys will like that. At least that made it in. So I don't know what the big difference between the power armor displays were compared to the mannequins, but at least that's not too bad. That's rank 25, right? So even if people start late, and a lot of people do, they'll be able to get probably one of the most desirable rewards, right? Which is the mannequin set, I think. Okay, so the Pokemon perk packet, the Yukon paint for the T51, a Starburst floor. So kind of these floors are really cool. I think the floors, being a camp builder myself, are kind of welcome. Another 150 atoms. Okay, 3240, get some gold bullion, 250 gold bullion. The beekeeper outfit, I'm assuming the hat and the thing. I mean, this was, I thought I'd seen this in the item shop or somewhere, which implied you had to buy it twice, right? I think the hat was sold separately, if I remember. Another carrot boost at number 1. The Bee-Eater cap. So there you go. So yeah, maybe it was a previous the data mine stuff that I saw there. Okay, so at least you get both. Perk pack again. The Death Flamer skin. So this is kind of cool. Very much Raider look. If you run around the Flamer, I mean, it's probably one of the, at least it looks like one of the nicer skins for weapons. So people are pleased about that. Lunchboxes. Excavator, I'm an excavator guy, so always pleased to see when we got some excavator paints, especially for my low level characters, which I just don't have enough atoms to buy any of these paints anymore. Some bubblegum and some more atoms. Okay, it's got some more caps. A Power Patrol red beret, which is kind of neat. Repair kit ×3, Cannibal Pose, Perk pack. Okay, another skin. Handmade skin, so again, another one will probably be welcome. The Nuke Shine ×3, T60 power armor paint, and 150 atoms at level 49. And then this. So I'd say this is probably the second most desirable prize in my opinion, especially if you guys have a Nuka-Cola camp. So, you know, you can get some Nuka-Cola, especially if you actually use Nuka-Cola, because this will probably likely make Nuka-Cola, and if it's one of your things that you do, and plus if you're looking for some of those harder to find flavors. So I would say that's pretty desirable, and that's at level 50. Okay, another atoms, kind of at the beginning. So we saw one at level 49 and one at each of the other levels. And so we see 2 in this one. Okay, which is nice. 250 script. Another weight. Drink. A commercial cast icon. The perk packs. Then we get the Armor Ace Power Armor Station, which is kind of neat for those. Again, you know, those that don't want to buy, actually pay for these items. So it's kind of nice. You can actually just get these. Kind of the same thing, but at least when we got items before, we could buy whatever we wanted, right? The XO1 paint, power paint, scrap kit, and another 150 atoms. Okay, 250 gold, Power Patrol fatigues, new cards ×5. Player icon, perk pack, the Icebreaker Power Fist skin, so for those that will use that. We have the Ultra Sight Power Paint, and then we have the Gold Twirler. So it's really unfortunate. It's great that the Gold Twirler, because I'm sure a lot of people are probably wanting this. It kind of just spruces things up. But it's unfortunate we don't have the bathtub and maybe a water tap sink of some sort that matches that. So hopefully, maybe that'll come down in future seasons. And then another 150 atoms. More caps. Another flare, which is kind of cool. Little power armor flare there. Too many of these carry booster as rewards, but I'd rather have more camp items, right? Daniel Pose, perk pack, T65 paint, More lunchboxes, another cold steel floor, bubblegum, and another 250 atoms. Okay, more legendary script. This is kind of cool as well, the dungeon floor. Give your floors a nice medieval touch. So I think that floor would look probably really nice. Repair pack, double tap icon, perk pack, plasma Gatling skin. So a lot of you guys run around with that. So you'll be pleased to see that. More Nuka Shine, the Commissioner Chaos Power Paint. Doesn't say which power armor it's for. I'm going to assume it's probably for all of them, or it's just a unique set you can build. Cold steel floor. So lots of floors, which is kind of cool. I like all the floors because that gives you options. And another 150 atoms. So we got. So that. Okay, let's go. More gold. Flamethrower backpack. Kind of cool. Lunchboxes. Beer stein. 50 perk points. Another patrol blue beret. It looks like a clean version or cleaned up version. Icebreaker outfit. So a lot of you guys will be liking that. Brother of Steel infantry statue. I can't tell if this is a bigger one or a smaller one. With this is life size. So this is similar to other ones that are fairly life size. So a lot of you guys that have Brother of Steel camps will probably appreciate that quite a lot. And then finally, we get to the end here, level 100. We get an icon. We get the map. And then we get complete chaos power armor paint. So there you go. So there are some nice rewards. I'm still disappointed. You know, I think they should have more camp items in general. I mean, rewards like this are great. I mean, we should see more of these. Do like those. Stuff like, you know, there's too many of these. I mean, we saw at least 3 or 4 of these boosters. They're just really fillers, right? The floors are great. The skins are great. I think people appreciate those. Both camp items. There's probably a good mix there. Anyway, let me know which ones you are looking forward to. I think there's probably enough that, you know, there's some for everybody, you know, depending on what you like. You're either going to like the skins or you like the camp stuff or both. At least you know, you don't have to grind too hard for some of the stuff. You get a few outfits here as well. You get the mannequin display, which is going to be useful and kind of thing. You are limited. If you haven't seen videos, you are limited to only be able to build 5 mannequin displays at your camp or in your shelter, which is kind of disappointing because I'm sure a lot of people want to have like an entire shelter, for instance, full of displays, right? I mean, you've got more than 5 outfits, so it's unfortunate that you're going to be limited. Hopefully that's just the initial number, and that's been changed, and that was limited during the release, the pre-release rather, on the dev servers, but or the test servers. But yeah, I mean, having only 5 power armor displays combined, meaning you can have either power armor or mannequin. So, you know, if you had 2 power armor displays, you could only have 3 mannequins, type of thing. So that was an initial review of that, but hopefully they'll be able to change it. So I know people for sure are going to want to fill up an entire shelter from wall to wall with just mannequin, but looks like that's, hopefully they'll give something more reasonable, like 10 or 15. Otherwise, I think it's going to be very disappointing for a lot of people, but I guess 5 is better than none, right? Anyway, there you go. So it looks like we get, so straight off the bat, it looks like we get only 10 times 150 in atoms. And it really doesn't look like you get that last 500 atoms, so let's hope that's not correct. And it's just a visual display error and we'll still get that. Otherwise, I'm going to be hugely disappointed. It's just kind of another cheap move from Bethesda's part. Or Microsoft's part. Now, to not give that, right? Anyway, it is what it is, and I guess the game's going to eventually come to a grinding halt if they continue down this path. Anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Hope you found that enjoyable. If you did, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And definitely let me know which is your favorite cup of items that you're definitely going to be grinding towards and can't wait to get. Take care.